One of the many problems of a child star is that their appearance on television at a very early age can take a serious toll on their behavior once they're older. They usually begin to change once they hit adolescence, get into trouble, and sometimes even using lots of narcotics. Since they deviated from appropriate behavior at an early age, they find it difficult to change later. Today, we will be looking at the top 10 kids who ruined their careers. Edward Furlong. He was known as the innocent young John Connor in the movie Terminator 2. Unfortunately, the fame he gained from the film got to his head, and he completely changed for the worse.
Let me go! Why the hell did you do that?
Because you told me to.
In 2001, he had a party with Natasha Lyonne and Paris Hilton in which he, who was 23 years old at that time, ended up hospitalized for an alleged overdose. That very same year, he was arrested twice in 4 hours for driving without a license and for fleeing in a car accident. The consequence? Long periods of rehab. In 2004, he was arrested for attempting to steal live lobsters from a store. It did not help that he was intoxicated again.
You okay, kid?
Take a hike, Bozo.
Say, let's get out of here. What? Fuck you, you little dipshit.
Dipshit. Put your leg down. Did you call moi a dipshit? Grab this guy. I can't believe they called me.
Ah! 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 God! Get him off of me!
Now who's the dipshit and jock douchebag?
In 2009, after getting married, having a child, and separated from his ex-wife, Rachel Neeland accused him of being in a rage fueled by foreign substances. He was finally admitted to an LA psychiatric hospital. He didn't improve much after that either.
Come on, let's go spend some money.
Lindsay Lohan. Lohan was a recipe for disaster from the start. Her career flourished as a fashion model at the age of 3, and then she became an A-list celebrity after her roles in The Parent Trap, Freaky Friday, and Mean Girls.
God, so I'm not an only child, I'm a twin.
She had a talent in beauty which made her a target for the tabloids. Her career bottomed out after multiple arrests of cocaine, theft, and driving under the influence. Also, you can't shoot movies when you spend too much time in rehab. Haley Joel Osment. Known for being the guy who appears in Forrest Gump, The Sixth Sense, and Artificial Intelligence, he had everything to be one of the best actors. However, fame made him deviate from the right path for a few years, something that has an adverse impact on his career. Osment was involved in a car accident in July 20, 2006. He hit a brick mailbox. The car overthrew itself as he drove to his house. He suffered injuries including a broken rib, fractured shoulder blade, cuts, and burns. Osment was not only driving under the influence of alcohol at that time, but he was also caught with the possession of narcotics that same year. He was sentenced to 3 years of probation, 60 hours in rehabilitation program, and a $1,500 fine and a minimum of 26 visits to Alcoholics Anonymous for 6 months.
Hey.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
What are you working on?
An experiment, actually. It's kind of volatile.
Does it have something to do with traveling through a wormhole into the past?
Amanda Bynes. Another child star who was famous for her roles in Nickelodeon shows crossed the line. After being arrested numerous times for illegal conduct, without documentation, and with the effects of various narcotics, she had many problems with the law for not respecting the charges. Instead, she tried to manipulate the examinations and acted in a reckless manner. On July 22, 2013, she was found outside the home of a stranger in Thousand Oaks, California, attempting to start a fire for which she underwent a 72-hour mental health assessment.
Yeah, I saw this girl laying down right here with her left pant leg on fire. When I look at her, I'm like, it's Amanda Bynes.
It was also discovered that some police officers had abused her in LA, which she took to court. She also claimed that she was Britney Spears so that she could be internalized at a private medical center in Los Angeles.
Just because you wear a wig doesn't prove you're a girl.
Okay then.
Merciful Jesus.
Is it just me or does this
soccer game have more nudity than most?
All right, so everybody understand?
Drew Barrymore. Because of her sudden stardom, Barrymore endured a notably unpleasant childhood. She started smoking cigarettes at age 9, drank alcohol at age 11, and started with narcotics at age 13. She was sent to rehab at age 14, where she spent 18 months in an institution for the mentally ill. An attempted suicide in the same year put her back in rehab. After several ups and downs, she went to New York to try her luck in a play, and she easily found herself with narcotics in nightclubs.
Well, I had grown up very fast, and it's not very normal to see a 9-year-old at a big Hollywood party drinking. And it looks a little weird, and people were laughing and just saying, you know, I dare you to do this, and I did.
She stole a credit card and flew to Los Angeles with a friend where she purchased more substances. In 1989, she attempted suicide again by cutting her wrist, but was rushed to the hospital just in time. Over time, she tried to mend her relations with the family with a mind to change and get better. Jake Lloyd. The young Anakin Skywalker had many problems since his fame from the film. Moreover, he stated that Star Wars turned his life into hell. In June 17, 2015, Lloyd was arrested for reckless driving, driving without a license and resisting arrests. His mother, Lisa, stated that Lloyd has schizophrenia and that the accident had been brought about by not taking the psychiatric medication. She added that Lloyd attacked her at home in Indianapolis on March 26 because of his struggles with the condition. In April 2016, he was transferred to a psychiatric facility after being diagnosed with a severe case of the condition. Apparently, he was a victim of extreme bullying at school while shooting Star Wars, and that triggered nightmares in his head.
Are you an angel? An angel. I heard the deep space pilots talk about them. They're the most beautiful creatures in the universe. They live on the moons of Viego.
Macaulay Culkin.
This is it. Don't get scared now.
One of the most symbolic actors of the 90s television, the boy who played Kevin in the Home Alone series. According to Culkin, the culprit for his life to go downhill was his father, who began asking for incredible sums of money when he began his stardom, something the producers reacted in a negative way. On September 17, 2004, Culkin was arrested in Oklahoma for possession of 17.3 grams of narcotics and 2 substances, alprazolam and clonazepam, but was released on $4,000 bail. After being judged in court for minor offenses, he was declared innocent but later turned himself in as guilty. He received 3 prison sentences with a 1-year suspension and was ordered to pay $540 in fees. Unlike others, he has never had psychiatric problems or had to go to rehab.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Jesus, you were gonna kill that guy.
Of course, I'm a Terminator.
Listen to me very carefully, okay? You're not a Terminator anymore, all right? You got that? You just can't go around killing people.
Why?
What do you mean, why? 'Cause you can't.
Why?
Because you just can't, okay? Trust me on this. Look, I'm gonna go get my mom, and I order you to help me.
Man, you look just like Marilyn on that grade.
Oh, except Marilyn never had to wear a scram bracelet.
Hey,
Hi.
what are you doing here?
What are you working on?
An experiment, actually. It's kind of volatile.
Does it have something to do with traveling through a wormhole into the past?
Just because you wear a wig doesn't prove you're a girl.
Okay, then.
Merciful Jesus.
Is it just me, or does this soccer game have more nudity than most?
All right, so everybody understand?
And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. See you next time.